Hey, this is Liz Bentley, and today I want to talk about making mistakes. So here's the truth and the reality. Mistakes happen, and we all make them. Yep, we're all guilty. We make little mistakes, and we make big mistakes sometimes. And most people, when they make a mistake that's obviously a mistake, like sending an errant email that shouldn't have been sent and it's black and white. It's like, wow, that was a mistake. Shouldn't have happened. Went out. There it is. Most people can get accountable to that, can look at that and say, yep, that was my fault and I'm really sorry. It will never happen again. So some people still can't even admit that clear of a mistake, but most people can admit mistakes when it's really obviously their fault. But that's not really where the struggle is. The struggle around mistakes is when it's a little gray. It could be your fault, but maybe it's not your fault. And maybe you have a really good excuse for why it's not your fault. Or you're blaming somebody else so that it's not your fault. So the reality is, I have clients all the time who say to me, I am so good at admitting mistakes. As soon as I make a mistake, I own up to it. And I say, that was my fault. But the truth is that a lot of the times they don't recognize when it's their fault. And all of us fall victim of this, where we think something that's going on, a conflict that's happening, is not our fault. It's someone else's. So since all we're trying to do is grow ourselves, right? And most of us, I should say at least, want to be accountable to where we might go wrong or where we might, do something that's undesirable. What we need to do is be able to really listen. Listen to other people's side of the story. Listen to why someone thinks maybe it's your fault. Listen to where maybe it could be your mistake and not something else. And being able to step back and really listen, helps us shift and can help us maybe see another version of the story than the one that we have in our head. So while we all want to take pride in being good at admitting to mistakes when it's clearly our fault, try to remember that many times you might be making a mistake that you don't realize is actually your fault, and it is. Or at least part of the problem is your fault, or part of the mistake is your fault. So try to own up to your version of it all the time, and good luck out there.